That was like the worst 3 weeks of my life.
The biggest chess YouTuber got in trouble.
You know about my whole Indonesia thing? Who did you kill?
I mean, I almost got accidentally canceled by 270 million people, so.
This is a wild story featuring cheating accusations.
What the hell is going on? I see hundreds of responses to my recent tweets. Levy, you gotta check Facebook, man. You gotta check Facebook. Oh, it went viral. Oh no.
Online bullying?
Tens of thousands of DMs every second. I was getting thousands of DM requests on Instagram telling me that they were gonna murder me, that they were going to kill my family, and there was millions of people invested in this scandal.
And the most watched chess match in history. Welcome to Agilov. It's March 2nd, 2021, and the biggest chess YouTuber, Levy Rozman, aka GothamChess, streaming playing chess as he does almost every day. Now, he's prepared to play a 10-minute game against a player from Indonesia with a username Dewa kipas, which means fun god. Now, they don't know this yet, but this pairing is going to throw both of them into an international scandal they were very unprepared for. The intrigue started even before the first move was played.
Alright, this looks like a cheater.
Levy checked his opponent's profile as he usually does, and he noticed some unsettling details. The account had gained about 1,000 points of rating in just 2 weeks. It's like 2 years worth of studying and training chess, and this person had done it in 2 weeks. And they had a lot of games with unusually high accuracy, including this 9-game stretch where he had accuracies above 90% in every single game, which on its own is not conclusive of anything, but combined with a massive rating gain, suggested to Levy that this person might be cheating, might be using the computer for assistance during their games.
The way I even hypothesized that this was a cheater in the first place was the fact that the account had like a 1,000 point increase in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And now the time management is just very obvious.
Now, when the game started, his suspicions were seemingly confirmed as Dewa keepers played a flawless game and absolutely dismantled Levy. It wasn't even close.
Obviously, like, he was very, very obviously a cheater.
Convinced about his suspicion, Levy reported the account. But what usually happens when a streamer reports an account? Because they stream to thousands of viewers, right? And so a lot of their viewers will also hit that report button, leading to mass reporting, which basically tells chess.com to assess the account using their cheat detection system to check and see if there's anything suspicious going on. And he continued to stream, not knowing the craziness he had just set in motion.
It's gonna get crazy!
Now, chess.com checked the account and they decided that there was some cheating going on, so they banned the account for fair play violations. And this is where the story should have ended. But one young man from Indonesia was about to set everything on fire. His name is Ali Akbar, and this is his father, Radang Suburu. Ali made a post on Facebook that evening claiming that the Dewa keeper's account belonged to his father. He said that his father is a retired tournament player who never cheats and beat Levy fair and square. But Levy got his thousands of followers to mass report the account, and that is why the account got banned. Basically, Levy used his influence to get his father's account unfairly banned. That David versus Goliath narrative, the homegrown chess genius versus the famous streamer who couldn't handle losing, really struck home. His post went viral and people were mad. Thousands of people started flooding Levy's socials. His videos got dislike bombed, he got threats, his partner got threats. It got really ugly really fast.
They don't look very happy.
Levy tried to explain that he didn't have anything to do with the ban. Mass reporting an account doesn't mean it gets banned. It really only means that chess.com will get around to checking the account faster. But the decision whether or not to ban will only depend on what they find when they actually check the account. Chess.com also made this clear on Twitter, but people weren't convinced. To be fair, Ali asked his supporters to stop attacking Levy. He also defended his position. He explained that his father trained his chess skills by playing against a computer engine called Shredder. So he would train against the engine, learn from the games, and that is why his style resembles that of an engine so much. Which might make sense to someone who's not well acquainted with the chessboard, but to any chess player, it's not very convincing, right? It's like saying that you've practiced solving a bunch of math equations with a calculator, and so now you can solve some crazy complex equations in your head, just like a calculator. It doesn't quite work like that, right? Computer engines play the way they play because they are able to calculate millions, literally millions of variations per second. Humans simply cannot do that. No matter how hard you train with a computer, that's not going to magically give you that ability. And so we had this weird situation where everyone in the chess world supported Levy, right? So chess.com, even the Indonesian Chess Association. But the general public doesn't really understand how chess works, right? And neither does the media. And so many Indonesian outlets reported this as a story of basically online bullying by Levy. And so the attacks continued.
I'm getting really tired of this.
Eventually, Levy had to private his social media accounts, right? His YouTube videos were getting mass dislikes. His comment sections had basically turned into hate mail. So he geo-restricted his YouTube videos so that you couldn't watch them from Indonesia, which helped but didn't really eliminate the problem because, VPNs are a thing. All this madness was just Act 1. Because things were about to escalate even further, if you can believe it. This is Deddy Corbuzier. He's an Indonesian celebrity and one of their biggest podcasters. His YouTube channel now has about 23 million subscribers. He's big. Now, at the height of the drama, he invited Ali and his father onto the podcast on March 12th, and they told their side of the story, how they'd been unfairly banned, and Subu was an undiscovered chess talent whose playing style just happened to resemble a computer, etc. Now, 2 days after, an international master from Indonesia, Irene Sukanda, posted an open letter on Twitter directed at Deddy Corbuzier, basically saying, hey, why did you invite these guys onto your podcast to spread misleading information about the ongoing drama? A lot of what was said just wasn't true. Maybe you need to speak to actual experts in chess to get some context. And Deddy basically said, okay, you're an expert. Come on and say what you have to say. By the way, I'm not quoting them, I'm just paraphrasing. And so he invited Irene and Levy onto his podcast to say their piece. And so they did. On March 17th, they went on, Irene in person in Indonesia and Levy via video conference. And they also told their side of the story, how Levy had nothing to do with the ban and was facing all this hate online. Everything we've mentioned already. Now, during their conversation, the idea came up for Dewa kipas to play a match against an established chess master, in person over the board to demonstrate his level, to show, some of these techniques that he had learned from the computer. That would settle everything. So Deddy suggested that Irene herself, who's also an international master just like Levy, play this match. And she said yes. So now they only needed Ali and his father to say yes, which actually wasn't a certainty. There had actually been a couple of challenges like this made already since the drama began by various chess masters in Indonesia. But Ali and his father had refused to accept any of them, saying that Subu was unhappy with all the negative press and had stopped playing chess as a result. But this time, there was big money involved. Deddy and other sponsors had managed to raise the whopping $21,000 prize fund, which share 2:1 among the winner and the loser. And that was too much temptation for them, and so they said yes.
Okay, well, you've convinced me.
And that is how come on March 22nd, International Master Irene Sukanda and Dewa kipas faced off in a live over-the-board match on the Deddy Corbuzier podcast. It was the culmination of 3 weeks of world-gripping drama, and people showed up for it. It remains, even to this day, the most watched chess stream ever. At its peak, it had about 1.2 million live concurrent viewers, and the whole stream has about 14 million views today. For context, second most watched chess match, World Championship, had only about 600,000 live viewers at its peak. So everyone was watching this match. Finally, Dewa kipas was facing off against a real-life international master in person, and it wasn't even close. He got demolished. The 4-game match was over after just 3 games. He lost every single game. He was clearly, not a complete beginner, but well below master level. And it's unimaginable that it's the same person who destroyed Levy on stream just 3 weeks prior. So it was basically proving to the world that he must have cheated in that game. But he still walked away $7,000 richer, which is not a bad deal. From here, the drama quietened down. Levy opened up his channel again to Indonesia. Dewa kipas hasn't been heard from since, and as it always does, the internet moved on. Now, Dewa kipas cheated to win. What would happen if chess player committed a crime just to win? Watch that video to find out. Don't forget to subscribe.